The Wild Wild West.
Hey, we're live in the motherfucking Patreon. What's up? Thanks for hanging around, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would have been just me sitting here
to
going,
be here.
Dude, I've been have you ever heard about when Beyonce's pants fell down? I've been like geeking on wardrobe malfunctions. It happens a lot in like large like musical
shows,
productions.
yeah.
Just cracking I just was like in bed. I just saw my wife looking at a thing where it was like her pants fell down and she handled it with poise. Like, dude, it's insane that these like massively budgeted productions, it happens a lot.
Yeah,
we're just like dancing on stage and your just clothes fall off. It's it
was making
me
all
laugh.
like scantily clad.
I know.
Yeah. So I get Katy Perry's like fucking tits fell out or whatever. I saw that one. She was
it's like
running.
a serious hazard of like pop stardom.
Yeah.
Like you're just like dick will pop out and you're like, oh fuck.
They're also dancing so aggressively.
Right. Yeah, true.
Katy Perry was in full sprint in like a spaghetti strap. It's like that thing's gonna pop.
Right,
yeah,
It could be carbon fiber. That thing's breaking.
And there's no way to verify your qualifications in wardrobe. You know?
Yeah, right.
It's like you sure you're gonna get this right? Like, this is the first time for everything.
Yeah,
sure you can button a sparkly fucking bikini.
Did you get to see Beyonce's butt?
I think it was like just like the front shot, which were also just like sparkly looking underwear stuff that maybe were supposed to come off anyway. I just kind of picked up, but it was like
she's got just more
sparkly bullshit.
It's like the jockey like goggles.
Well, it's just funny to have like those productions are massive. It's like 7 tractor trailers pull up, unload all the stuff. You have like 40 fucking dancers, and then midway through, you're making what, probably like 15 million, 20 million bucks.
Yeah,
your just pants fall down. It's just hilarious, dude. Midway through, there's a pretty good show. My fucking pants fell off.
It's so humbling, right?
It's real, like a dream. But yeah, she like stood still, and this is like they were like she was so poised. I don't even know how long ago this happened, but they were like she stood there, and like dancers came around, like put her pants back on her.
Oh damn!
It's like if I'm paying the ticket price, I want to see the improv of like your pants fell off. Let's see what you can do now.
Yeah.
Freezing the performance to put your pants back on seems kind of like a letdown.
Like a cheat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, it's like I feel like the clothes are so skimpy. It's like I feel like every time I've seen a wardrobe malfunction, it's like I guess I was kind of seeing this. Anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But Janet Jackson tit slip that was like the OG wardrobe malfunction. But didn't someone rip her clothes?
Yeah, it was
off?
intentional.
Justin Timberlake.
That was Justin
reached
Timberlake.
over and ripped it as he was singing, "I'm gonna have you naked by the end of this song,"
and ripped her thing off.
So it was totally planned.
Yeah, and then her tit had like a covering on
nipple
it.
ring in it.
Putty.
No,
Yeah.
she had a
like a flower,
like
or something.
a nipple dimmer thing on it. Yeah.
So why did everyone freak out about that? I know this is like a long time ago.
Everyone, there's like certain platforms that you can always try to go, hey, I was watching this with my children. Like, no, you aren't.
Yeah.
You weren't watching this Super Bowl halftime show with a bunch of 6-year-olds. Like, no,
yeah, that's kind of on you at that point. It's like, put them to bed, dude.
Right.
Also, they probably didn't know what happened.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I missed it. Like, I remember when that happened. I was like in the other room putting food on a plate, and I heard, oh shit. Like, what? You know what I mean?
There's no 6-year-old that was like, oh, titty.
Yeah. Holy fuck, is that Janet Jackson's tit?
Yeah.
Timberlake had a wardrobe malfunction where he was doing I don't know if it was even a malfunction. He was just doing like swinging kind of thing from like a harness, and it just bunched up around his dick. And it kind of like showed flaccid state. It wasn't. I'm not coming at the guy at all. It just wasn't like.
Who was this?
Justin JT.
Oh,
I think it was his karma for pulling off Janet Jackson's.
Yeah. He had a teenies?
His karma would be
teen.
the DUI that he caught in the Hamptons, where the officer just was not letting him slide.
Oh yeah, you got to let him slide.
Well, here's the crazy thing. So I did a show in that town, right? And
did you do Comedy All Stars?
No.
I
know what you're talking about. The theater show.
Yeah.
It was near there. This was another bar.
Yeah.
Near there, and I was doing the show with TJ Miller. He brought it up, and the fucking room like booed because they all know the cop. It's a small town, so they all like, yeah, fuck that guy. He doesn't give anyone a break.
Oh.
Most of the people in the room have DUIs that have been written by that officer.
Yeah.
So there's probably so many DUIs in the Hamptons.
Yeah.
Just all drunk drivers.
Like the locals who
100%.
like, yo, I fucking own this town. Like, don't fucking tell me I can't drink and drive. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
It's farm country. You can drink in farm country.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like you should be able to drink and drive if you're rich enough, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. At this point, it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
man?
If I kill someone, I'll pay for it.
Yeah,
okay?
I'll just be fine. I'll be fine.
I'll pay for it. Don't worry.
You're hurting the economy by arresting me.
No way. His kids have a better chance of going to a better college if I run him over and pay. You know what I mean?
If I run one over, yeah, the other two get to go to fucking Westchester University. Yeah, that Timberlake, I don't know. It'd be nice to be a cop and really put it to fucking Timberlake. Be like, nah, man, you're getting a fucking DUI. You have to go to like Saturday fucking classes.
Yeah, you also got to know the details of the incident because if JT hit him with one, do you know who I am? You got to send him straight to jail.
Did he?
If I was a cop and someone hit me with a "Do you know who I am?" I would be.
That's like, you know, it's kind of their thing. They're in a power hierarchy. They're in a power hierarchy. Their whole life is a vicious power hierarchy. So that's like if you hit them, nobody really likes it, but yeah, if you hit them with like, all right, bro, they're fried.
Yeah.
So,
and it's also such a dick move as a celebrity to say shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
you gotta just go, oh, come on, man.
I do love seeing that shit with the body cam footage, is like when they're pulling over their superiors who are like drunk. Yeah. And it's funny to watch the guy like, really? We're doing this? And he's like, what are you whooping my body cams? Yeah, it's dude, I gotta do it. You know, you want me to ruin my career? Like, I saw one guy, like, there was like a sergeant, and it's like literally vomit on the side of his driver door. And he's just like, really, we're doing this? You're fucking drunk.
Dude,
I like it even better when it's like a first selectman, like a really low politician. He's like, I know everyone in this town. It's like, dude, you fucking...
Those are the people who do
you work
it,
at the library.
Right, right.
Yeah, a lot of cops drive drunk too. I never really knew cops that much. And then my wife was a Philly cop for like 3 years. Oh. And like everyone would go out and I was just like, these guys are fucking partying. Dude. Yeah. Like they party hard as fuck.
Yeah.
Guns, they have guns on them. Mm-hmm. They're they drive their trucks with Punisher logo decals and just get fucking hammered, dude.
Yeah, man.
Can I get a professional courtesy, sir?
Yeah.
Sounds shit faced.
Oh man, that's such a sick life.
Kind of, dude. It almost. There was times a couple times I was weak. I was like, dude, the academy, I could go do push-ups for $50,000 a year. It's like you get 9 months. Yeah, you're just getting paid full benefits. You're just doing like push-ups and jogging.
My neighbor.
Sometimes they give you whack equipment though. I saw an Austin PD guy on like a tricycle Segway. it was like a motorized, like, I know what you're talking about. It was like one wheel, 1 and 2.
Yeah,
and just like you
with all of this extra.
And he was fucking yoked, right? Dude, with like the Hawaiian like tribal arms.
Oh god!
And it's just like, this is not when you were working out and getting that tattoo. You never saw the trike coming.
I saw a security guard, dude. I saw a trike in your future. I saw a parking lot security guy in that exact thing, fucking whipping that thing. He was really owning it, just fucking whipping around.
You have to get good at it. It's the only way to.
Did you ever get on a hoverboard?
The old ones?
The old ones. They're fucking so hard.
Mm-hmm. With the one wheel?
Just
two.
Two
that would slide forward.
And you lean forward?
No. Oh, yes, I did.
I got fucked up. I busted my ass.
Yeah.
They're hard, dude.
Yeah.
They in the house or in public?
House.
Okay.
In the house.
Oh,
yeah,
you did that old Mike Tyson thing. Remember where he got away from Mike Tyson, like in his mansion, he just falls on his back. he's like, and you know, he's got that stupid Mike Tyson gig, and it just fucking just ripped out from underneath of him.
Yeah, they can get fucked up on the. I'd want a third wheel if I was doing the Segway. I'd want that. I think the trike is the best setup.
The trike is,
Look at Charioteer.
I know.
Oh yeah, look at Charioteer.
Yeah,
your boy on fire. From the
that was a
Hunger Games.
weird thing to go into battle with, right?
Ben-Hur.
It was a huge technology, dude.
The trike.
Just being pulled by 3 horses at once.
Yeah.
Just in a fucking radio flyer, just hurling rocks at people.
Yeah. With the fucking blades on the
sides. It's kind of how the Indo-European language spread. That was
by
the thing.
chariot?
Yeah. Big charioteers. Just buzzing around, just fucking hurling shit at people.
Just speaking English at the
You'd
Mongols.
be like in a village and some guy would just come through at like 30 miles per hour and just fuck your whole shit up.
Yeah, right.
4 dudes hitting 30 mph and you're like, dude, are these beings of light? What are these guys?
Take out a whole village.
Dude, that must have been terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude riding a horse at you, I'd be like, bro, here's my family. I'm done. You can do it. I'm done.
Dude. Yeah. If all you do is like, you know, you farm a little bit and you live in like a mud shack and then guys just roll up with like metal.
Oh yeah, dude. I
And
read
a horde of just horses.
I read a shit ton of books about this during the pandemic. Guns, German Steel.
Yeah.
That was one that broke that shit down, and another one, Sapiens, where it was just showing how like what we were talking about on the main episode, where like weather patterns would change and tribes would get separated.
Yeah.
So now it's like, oh, half of the tribe is dealing with a Siberian winter, and then the other half is like farming in the Polynesian islands. And then they kind of run into each other 600 years later, and they don't even recognize each other. But like these 2,000 who have just been killing it winter after winter in the mountains. And this was the other crazy thing. They said the ones who were closer by the equator that started fucking farming and settling, they began to feel like how we are now. There's no need for all of this testosterone and masculinity. So they would start to castrate babies to make like everyone like, yeah, we don't need all of that energy. So you just had a colony of pussies that these guys would come down.
God, what
and then they just rape and pillage the village. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
what
those
a
fertility
huge mistake.
Yeah.
War breaks out and you're like, oh fuck, we cut everyone's dick off.
Yeah, dude.
Oh no.
They got caught. It was like those
All of a sudden just a bunch of dicks show up.
Right. Big horse riding guys. And
Just
everyone's
horses
scratching.
got dicks. There's just dicks everywhere.
Right. I mean, that's pretty much what's going to happen to
the land
America,
of the
right? Like
dickless.
everyone is trans and homosexual. We're not ready for war in any way, shape, or form.
no. Thank God we have like cool gadgets. Otherwise, that's all we got.
Yeah.
We got cool gadgets, and we have like kind of like Southerners. They help.
Yeah.
They're down there being like, well, what the
They've held
hell?
on to their dicks.
What the hell? Yeah, their dicks are on.
Yeah.
Just 2 fucking cans of Zyn every day. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, dude. That must have, because a lot of the people who got into farming, just their whole life became almost, they were like goddess fertility cult people. So they were just kind of like, we worship the moon now and the earth is one cycle. And you had dudes like scratching a living out of like a rocky mountainous terrain would just come down and beat your fucking ass.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was history forever.
Yeah.
That's my theory is that's why kind of like when they talk about racism, it's so deeply entrenched. Because if you see a guy who doesn't look like you, there's somewhere in the back of your head where you're like, this guy's going to kill my whole family.
Yeah, 100%.
If you were back then, if you saw a new dude, you'd be like, oh, fuck. So there's a chance there is going to be like 10,000 more new dudes and you were just toast.
Yeah. You never heard of like negotiation.
No.
Yeah. It was just I die and it's like lions, don't they? Like they kill the alpha and then they just fuck all the chicks,
Yeah,
eat
probably.
all the babies.
Probably.
Oh, yeah, they do. Because
yeah.
they don't want the babies to grow up and avenge.
Yeah,
Yeah, like the babies
and
will
they're
grow
like,
up.
that's not my kids.
Yeah.
Lion
kill
King
all
2.
these kids.
Talking Lion King 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Scar son comes back.
Yeah,
Scar son.
dude, I heard that
he's
was
obviously a homosexual, right? Like, there's no way that was his kid.
that's so true.
Scar was such a homosexual, dude. Like,
Scar got cucked.
Yeah, that's where he got the scars. Fucking some dude. Just,
oh shit.
Maybe him and Mufasa were a little White Lotus action, dude.
Yeah.
Just kicked him off the bridge. He's like, you won't kiss me anymore. Scar was gay. Good call.
Yeah, man.
Scar is super gay.
Oh,
I heard that's how the Mongols fucked up the Chinese. Is that the Chinese were lactose intolerant,
What?
and the
Still are.
yeah, and the Mongols were just drinking horse milk.
Wow.
Yeah,
Now you're getting to kind of like neo-Nazi propaganda.
Is it?
If you get into like, I didn't know there's this whole thing about raw milk, and they're like, it's like connected to like neo-Nazis. I mean, if you're just like a weirdo online, like freaking out about this stuff.
yeah,
But there's like in the Aryan folklore, white people were the only people who could tolerate dairy originally. So you could just have a cow on tap
Yeah.
and just drink milk and get jacked and just walk around towns and just butt fuck people.
Yeah, man.
So there, it's like So there's like a whole thing of like I read an article basically like is milk racist kind of thing.
Yeah.
damn, it's crazy. Every cool thing you see on the internet is secretly a neo-Nazi. I thought it was awesome. It was like because the Chinese had to move their whole army with like grain and food and all that stuff, and the Mongols could just rip around drinking their horse's milk and fucking people up.
Must have been nice, dude.
Do you imagine getting off of a horse and just filling up on him? You know what I mean? Like, that's been quite a ride. Come on over here.
Yeah, you're like, man, I'm full. They're like, that's a dude horse. And you're like, fuck.
Yeah, just riding your food everywhere.
That'd be nice.
They were the first ones too. Like that's why they built the wall, the Great Wall.
Yeah, yeah.
It was like, yeah,
These motherfuckers.
shutting that out.
Yeah, well, dude, they lived apparently who am I thinking? Not the Mongols. I'm thinking of like Genghis Khan. They were the Mongols.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, they used to live on like the steppes. They lived in the grasslands, and they would make their pants out of probably shorts, honestly, but out of like the skin of dead field mice. So they would just kill like hundreds of mice and stitch their fur together.
Christ. Humans, we are a brutal creature.
Yeah, I think they were stinky.
It's insane.
Wow.
And they did a thing where like they would ride on horseback and they would wait until like there's one point a horse's stride when every hoof is off the ground.
Yeah.
And that's when they would let their arrow go. Like they were fucking nasty.
Yeah, that's
They
wild.
butt fucked the Chinese.
I bet a pair of mouse shorts would be nice though.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Probably
Comfy.
smells so bad.
Yeah.
They'd probably be comfortable.
Maybe
I'd put
wash
them
them.
on back. I'd put them on backwards and be like, ooh. Well, the Chinese invented gunpowder. I don't think did they use gunpowder as a weapon, or were they just doing fucking
I think they were
border
using
bullshit?
it to explode because they build a lot of shit in cliff sides. They've always built in cliff sides, which is why we use them to build San Francisco.
Oh.
Like, that's why there's so many Asians out there.
That
When
makes sense.
Gold rush came, they were like, yeah, you guys know how to do that. And
Build
they're
this fucking shit on it.
right, but they're also smaller.
Yeah.
So it's easier to lower them down in pulleys with dynamite. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Like, yeah.
I was just in San Francisco, and it for real is like it's a giant hill where at like the middle to the bottom is just like heroin addicts laying on the ground.
Yeah.
And at the top it is like just Asians and fucking gay guys.
Which is okay.
It's wild.
And again, this is where history is so amazing because it also makes sense why gay is a thing there. Because it's like the gold rush, men just went out there, struck gold, and was like, fuck that. I'm not bringing my wife and kids out here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to start over.
I mean, it was just one letter, and you're like,
Yeah. You keep fucking my buddy.
I just got in an argument with my brother about this. My brother's like, they add gay shit to history. Like he was saying, like all those warriors or Spartans, he was like, they didn't fuck each other. And it's like, how do you know? He's like,
Yeah.
they love to say all the cool people in history fucked each other and were gay. I was like, there was probably a lot of gay dudes in
dude.
history.
Yeah.
My argument was like, dudes fuck each other in prison.
Yeah.
So if you're like in a fucking a gold mine for 12 years,
Dude,
Yeah.
it's a proven fact. Mammals in captivity, behavior gets weird.
whoa,
So it's the same, like if you look at any mammals in the zoo, they start doing weird shit.
they get gay.
Right. They get gay, they eat their own poop, you know what I mean? Like it's just like mammals malfunction in captivity. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's easy that gay shit starts happening.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of gay shit until porn popped off.
It sounds like
you know?
a lot of stuff.
Kind of
until-
like hook me up.
Yeah,
Hook me up. Bro,
yeah.
hook me up.
Yeah, it's probably
Well, dude, if you read like accounts of like, you know, like farmers or like poor rural people back like hundreds and hundreds of years ago, you would just be like, maybe I'm just thinking of that one Brad Pitt movie, but like I think they would just like see their sister and like jack off and like behind like a sheep and be like, dude, that's the
Definitely.
only girl I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, they
like,
weren't thinking about like the gene pool.
No.
They were just like, there's tits and an ass.
Yeah.
I don't even talk to that person.
Yeah.
I
don't
have a
think they had
theory
that
because
mapped
I was looking at a bunch of old art. And you know how they always like all the naked chicks in old art are like fat? And
Yeah.
they were like, because that used to be hot.
Yeah.
I don't think it was.
Really?
Yeah. I think they were also fat and gross back then.
Hold
You
on,
think
wait,
so?
Wait, you're saying they used to be hotter?
No,
Or
I'm
people
saying
used to
that
be
like because
attracted to fat
they
people?
were like, see, like society's changed. Like what's hot now was not always hot. Look at all these paintings of these nude people. If they were just painting like the hottest chicks ever, people would be mad and tell them to take it down.
Or it was just fat rich ladies being like, paint me. I'm the most beautiful.
Paint me and my tiny
Paint
tits.
me. His husband was like, Jesus fucking Christ. Paint my fat rich wife. Shut her up.
God.
What do you want to be? Me by a pond frolicking. You're like, all right, just fucking paint her. Fucking fat bitch won't shut up.
Yeah.
Do you think they're probably bigger too? That was probably like a gracious rendition.
I don't think so. I think like I don't know.
I see that with like those
Don't you
Greek
think they would've
sculpture
been-
statues.
Yeah, the
they
dudes were
all
ripped.
have like love hand, like they're ripped, but
Yeah,
they're still
yeah.
like really doughy in the midsection where you're like, and that was like peak achievement for them on some like, yo, you need to sculpt this.
Dad bod. Yeah, dad bod. If you got a dad
yeah.
bod in ancient Greece, they're like, bro, chisel this now.
Yeah.
Record this. Show my
Check out
boys how to
these
dad bod.
shoulders and these calves.
That's what's funny in Italy now. Like all the like it's like sort of modern like statue guys, like from a couple hundred years ago, they're all fat.
Yeah.
Oh, are they really?
They're just actually fat. Yeah.
Yeah, like even when you see
Like being fat in Italy is like awesome.
It does
Yeah,
rule.
yeah.
Yeah, you get 3-piece. You get like a vest going.
Yeah.
but even when you see those like medieval war suits, the metal suits,
Yeah.
they're like really wide and boxy. You know what I mean? It's not like a muscular physique like what we look at today, which I think we just kind of artificially made that concept, right?
Yeah.
Of like the thin waist, bulging shoulders and shit like that.
I don't know though, because if you don't, well, yeah.
Like that hourglass figure is like
I don't know. David's pretty thin hipped. The statue David.
Yeah, because I feel like if you don't like eat a lot,
He's
your
got
body
good
naturally. If you're like doing a ton of work and not eating a ton, you would have a slim waist.
But see, that's weird that when you go to like India, you see Indian dudes, they still have pot bellies and love handles, even though they're like skinny as shit. You know what I mean? Or like the African countries.
Indian dudes are the masters of skinny fat. They are like the masters of the fish bod.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
They really can pull off skinny fat so well.
Yeah.
It's kind of
And
impressive.
they all have those kind of like lemur hands. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying?
No, explain that a little bit. So I
know what you mean.
No, it's like
Pads
a,
on their fingers. You know what I mean?
it's like a super tiny pinky that like really like it almost looks like a wing. You know what I'm saying? Like their pointer finger is really long and their pinky's really tiny.
like there's like different feet. I never checked out Indian dudes' pinkies. I gotta check them out.
Real lemur.
They have tiny pinkies.
Yeah, tiny pinkies and super long index fingers.
Whoa,
Yeah, that's just what I've seen.
interesting.
I haven't looked at the data, but that's what I've seen.
I just love that they
Google
were
Indian-
like,
I'm gonna Google an Indian guy's hand right now.
I just love it.
This just in.
Indian guy's hand.
Yeah.
I just love that they wear collared shirts to do everything.
Oh, everything.
Like just a weird Goodwill polo.
It's just the first thing that came up. It's just a guy's hand in an ancient swastika.
Oh shit!
Dang, they also loved severely deformed children.
What?
Yeah, if you're like severely deformed in India, they think you're like a god coming back to Earth. It's kind of sick.
Like you're trying to be that like
Yeah, Bill Gates. I heard he was doing experiments over there.
Bill
Trying
Gates?
to probably grow their pinkies. I'm not.
Chris, I'm not seeing much evidence of the lemur
The
hands
lemur hand?
in
I'm
a
just-
Google
well-
search, at least. But
I don't know. I'm probably on the.
I believe
I'm the
you.
tip of the spear.
Hold on,
I'm
hold
the
on.
tip of the spear on this.
Dude,
I
that
think.
is that is there's a couple tiny pinkies. I got a bunch of hands in the mix. I've seen at
catch.
least one tiny pinky, very long middle finger. actually.
Yeah.
I kind of
Interesting.
I'm just telling you. Just keep an eye out.
Yeah. Next time you shake a hand, hey, how you doing?
just like isolate the pinky. Like, yeah, shit. Connor was right. You guys do have tiny.
wait. Gukesh, though, the chess world champion, looks
Has
a
lemur
lot.
hands?
He looks
Yeah.
a lot like a lemur in just every. Oh wow, yeah. Okay, well, sorry.
No, Connor, I'm looking at just a thing of Indian hands on Google, and
Yeah, that's ultimate lemur hands. Yeah.
bro, teeny tiny pinky. What
I'm
the
not saying
fuck?
it's a bad thing. I always wanted lemur hands. I got fucking.
What do you got?
I don't know. I guess it's just this box.
I kind of have.
I'm all
lemur hands,
palm.
I think.
All right,
Yeah.
let me see your pinky. That's a good pinky, man. That's nowhere
Yeah.
near
You
Indian pinkies. You got to shave like an inch off.
I just my like if you
got a great hand.
If you throw a basketball at me too fast, my fingers might not be able to keep up. I can type really good, you know what I mean? But like, I can't palm a basketball again.
I feel like black guys have longer nail beds. That's something I've noticed.
some do, yeah.
I have just like short potato diggers. Just
Yeah.
my nails suck, dude.
Yeah.
Huh?
I feel like I'm all palm.
Really?
Yeah. My fingers are just. I don't know.
Look, we're all on mushrooms right now. Like, dude, my fucking hands are crazy,
man.
dude. I played.
Are
I
you
got
guys looking at lemur hands? I was. Yeah.
Matt just said potato diggers real
Perked you up. Like, huh? I was walking a tightrope. Dude, I think I might have broke my toe. Speaking of appendages, I was playing when I was in Mexico, and they would just come around and be like, actividades. Like I was at a resort, so they're like, do you want to play soccer? I'm like, yeah, I'll play fucking soccer. I just drank like 4 margaritas. I'm like, I'll play soccer. Run as fast as I can. So I played soccer. Soccer was sick. It was on the beach, and it was just like, it was just me and my daughter was there. So she just sat. I was like, you could play goalie, and it was just, and they were like, you could tell they were like, you know, they were in Mexico, so they're like actually played soccer growing up.
Yeah.
It's like with basketball, you can tell if someone never played before. You're like, dude.
Yeah.
But they were like good.
Sand's got to even it out a little bit.
Sand kind of did, but these guys are pretty good. And I've never really played, but I really kind of feel like I don't know. I like to think that I'm like very good at soccer, but I'm really not.
Yeah.
But we played for like a half an hour in the sand. It was fun. My wife came down and played. It was like 3-on-3 with this old guy, Jaime, on our team. And they were like kind of, you could tell they were holding back. They didn't want to like, they're probably not supposed to like crush the guests. But I was kind of telling them, I was like going hard, but my daughter was in their goal. So I was trying to like eke the ball by her. If I got like an open, I was going to like blast her with a kick. And she would be building sandcastles in the goal. And then I'd like try to like sneak it by her, and she would just be like, whap. It was so fucking funny. So it was a fun time. But then the next day they were like, actividades. I was like, what are we doing? Like flag football. And I was like, yes, please.
Oh yeah.
I go there, and it's just, there was three boys. It was me, and there's a 14-year-old boy, probably a 12, and like a 9-year-old. And their dad, I talked to their dad. He was a fan of the podcast. Shout out Andy. Shout out Andy. Yeah. And so I just got to play his boys in football, and I was going all out, barefoot
100%.
flag football, rushing the fucking QB. I was D line, 5 Mississippi rush.
Just super clean routes, like breaking down.
I was trying to run back every touch, every kickoff. I was trying to run back. I got called out for flag guard, and that was my bad. Low stiff arm. But then their dad came and played. It was so fun. But my toe went under my foot, and I just felt it like when I was running. Finished the game. I played on it.
Yeah,
Played on it. But I dialed down the pass rush pretty hard.
Yeah.
But it was, dude, flag football is so fun.
switch to QB.
I was still running routes, bro.
Damn.
But dude, it was so sick. Flag football, I'm like now seriously considering. I'm like, dude, I want to play. I want to start a league here.
Yeah.
It's so much fucking fun, especially playing against like 14 and 12-year-olds. You feel like fucking, it was crazy, dude.
That would be the dream. It's just QB.
I was Saquon, dude. I was for real Saquon, just dancing, dude.
Jumping over kids.
I thought about jumping over one of them. I was like, nah, that's intense.
That's
I
like one of those
shouldn't
things.
done that. I was down there like, can I jump one of these kids?
There's a flag football league in Austin.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, there's a straight flag football league and a gay.
I want to play gay
league.
flag football and just dominate, dude.
Yeah.
I saw the straight one yesterday.
I'm gonna Joanna, bro. Just fully straight. Like, hey guys.
Quan Bark.
There's a gay flag football. What do they call it? Flag football?
I don't know what they call it.
Fought through a headache.
Yeah.
For that horrible joke.
They have their socials at the creek. Their social events. That's how I know about it.
Where do they play? Oh, they
have
chill.
like a chill beer sesh at the creek. I met somebody who listened to the podcast there one time, and he said, "Yeah, I just play in the league, but like I'm not gay." And I was like,
For real?
Nice to meet you, man."
Yeah, nice to meet you, bro.
Yeah.
I
Right.
was like, "That's gayer than being gay."
Yeah.
Playing
Yeah.
fag-
You can't
sorry.
play with the straight
That's a
guys.
Freudian
Yeah.
slip.
Yeah.
I just dropped the L.
It's like the minors. You got to work your way up.
Yeah,
You start in
I
the
guess
gay league,
Yes.
get your stats up, then your bet time for the. Although adult flag football leagues are like weirdly very serious.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it would be like what
I
you're
know-
looking
I know
for.
guy.
Is
I know
like,
someone in them, and he's like
Yeah.
for real, like a highlight reel on YouTube
really.
of his flag football. It's my uncle's.
God,
It's a
damn.
YouTube highlight reel.
That sucks.
It's undeniably hilarious.
I feel like
my
the
God.
gay flag football league would be more intense. Only because I still hold on to this ideology that gay people are in better shape than straight
They
people.
are.
They used to be. It's like I don't. This is weird because I'm not gay, but I judge I judge gay people who aren't in shape. Like I get mad when I see gay dudes like not in shape. And I'm like,
So
what
do
are
I
you doing,
kind of.
dude?
So do I, honestly. I saw some fat gay guys, and it's kind of like, come on, man.
Yeah.
You should be an Adonis, dude.
Right. Because here's the thing too. I feel like you can't call yourself gay. Like if you haven't done anything sexual in 6 months,
True.
I don't know.
you're not gonna get the benefits of being gay without doing the act. You know what I
True.
mean? Like
True.
yeah. So
Fat gay could be the king gay though.
the king, you think?
Yeah, because he doesn't have to get hot for these dudes. He's just fucking them.
Yeah, well, there's a lack of tops in the gay community. It plagues the gays.
Really?
Most of them are bottoms.
Like that's taking it.
Tops are rare.
So
Yeah.
how are they procreating?
Yeah, if you're an adopted kid, they're like, "Where's your top? We need a top if we're gonna send this kid into your house."
Right.
Who's
What's going on? Why aren't there tops?
Because they're gay. They want to get fucked in the butt. They want to get fucked in the ass because they're gay guys.
Oh no.
But there are tops, but they're rare. And they say statistically, gay guys have bigger dicks than straight guys.
Really?
Yeah. Dude, because I feel like I've read something about this where they have like excess testosterone in the womb. And it's just that, I guess those extra
I always
chemicals.
thought it was the other way because
That's what I thought.
most gay guys have like extremely high masculine fathers. So it's like you see the epidemic now in sports.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many like world class athletes that have trans children or just
Yeah.
flat out gay children, and I'm like, oh, he sucked up all the testosterone in that bloodline. You know what I mean? There was just none left.
It's all been taken. Can you look that up to see if gay guys have like why they have bigger penises on average? Can you turn off the safe search? Go incognito and there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a good call. ChatGPT, make me a picture of a gigantic gay
I'd
penis.
imagine it's because they take care of it.
It's
You
like
don't have.
oils and
They're
creams.
spraying rose water on it every day. You know what I mean?
It is tough though because I feel like really good athletes wind up dating hot, unathletic women, and it
Yeah.
fucks their kids up.
Yeah, true.
Well, yeah, because
You
the
know?
women have plastic surgery and stuff
Yeah.
and modified their look, and they don't even realize.
I've
it.
seen that happen a lot where there's like a big jacked guy and then he has a tiny wife and they have kids and they have a daughter and a son and the daughter's a beefsteak and the kid is a twink.
Yeah.
And you're just
Yeah.
like, that sucks, dude.
That does suck.
Yeah. The son's just like a young, hot, thin guy, tiny little guy. And the woman is just, the daughter's huge. She is.
That's kind of nice. That is crazy to get just flip flopped. You're like, I got this beefsteak daughter,
Yeah.
twinky little son.
It sucks.
Yeah, just you're at the all inclusive, just getting hammered, staring off. Like, why me? What do they say about gay penises?
They said that's sort of like a myth, I think.
it was in a
Some
book.
studies have studied it, but they said the results are unreliable because it's usually self-reported, which is kind of funny.
All gay guys dick liars.
That's sort of what it was suggesting.
Yeah.
I don't- what did you find? Nate?
They always do.
Same
They always
thing.
put out data points like this that you're just like, what? They're like,
Yeah.
dicks are getting smaller in the past 600
I heard
years.
I thought they were
or
getting
something.
bigger. I thought.
Thanks to Ozempic.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. I'm trying to I was telling my wife yesterday, she was none too pleased, but I was like, I want to set up an Ozempic for pregnant ladies. That way, like, they can keep their arms kind of toned. She got for real, like, mad at me. I was like, I'm kidding. She's like, that's not even funny. I was like, no, just like, you have toned shoulders. You don't got to go total fucking jelly.
Yeah.
You can get the belly. That's unavoidable. Maybe we can figure out a way to shrink that down a little bit, but. What'd you say?
What?
I've been dropping this fact that is a mean fact, but do you know about Amy Schneider, the top winning female Jeopardy contestant?
She's mad.
Her winnings are 1.6 million all time. The second place woman is 400,000, and Amy Schneider just so happened to be a man that transitioned into a woman. Oh, so she still got the
She got the
the
smart
man brain.
noggin.
Yeah, damn.
Girls really hate to find. She thought I was lying.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll show you. Like, I hate to tell you this, but it is the funniest, coolest thing I've ever. It's
That's
a brutal
crazy.
fact. Too.
She was mad?
A brutal fact.
She was like, "Do you think we're all just stupid?" And she was like, "That can't be true." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm telling you, it's double second place." And she's transgender. And
What's
this
the
is just
top
a fact, and there's nothing wrong with
Yeah,
that.
there's nothing you can do about it.
What's the top grossing man of all time?
Oh, Amy Schneider, one person.
It's got to be Jennings, right?
It's between Jennings, Amodio, and the other one. Let me see. Jeopardy man.
Brad Brother, 4,938,436.
Damn.
He's the most. There's one who's the most winning, but there's other ones that have won more but less money.
Okay.
So Rudder, Amodio, Jennings are the beasts, and then there's one more that I can't.
That's
Holtzhauer, James Holtzhauer, the
Yeah.
gambler.
that sucks.
yeah.
That's crazy. Women
I
stink
like
at trivia. I didn't.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
kind of nuts.
Not Amy
Because they
Schneider.
don't answer questions directly.
Yeah, true.
That's what I said.
I just feel like the answer.
I'll take geography for 400, and it's just a long, boring story that goes nowhere. And you're like, wait, what are you doing? Answer the fucking question.
Every Jeopardy. What even is that?
So I did family therapy with my ex,
Nice.
and it was funny to watch. Even the therapist could not keep her on track, and it was just like, will you do something about this? Like, this is why we can't get along now. Like, make her answer the question.
That's got it. That's the dream
Couples therapy
couples
is
therapy
sweet,
session.
dude. Couples therapy is awesome.
Yeah.
When you see them be like, actually, no, he's kind of right about that, and you're like,
Yeah.
you suck.
Dude.
It's the best. And they don't do it like that, but they will be like, well, hold on. Maybe he has a point about that. And you're like, thank you. Like I was saying.
Right,
Listen to the lady. I didn't say it. You have, to, you have to listen.
See what I deal with?
Especially, this was your idea. That's it. This was your idea. We hired a black woman therapist like you wanted, and she said,
It's over for you. You lost.
right.
Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't want to do this.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do this to you.
Yeah, I did it one time way back when, and they you do it together and they split you up and do one-on-one, and I didn't know how it worked, so I was talking to the lady and I was like, this is a different relationship, and I was like, yo, can you break up with her for me? And they were like, no, we don't do that. And I'm like, why not? Just you explain it to her. That they're like, no,
She listens to you.
come on, what's the point of this? I for real thought that's how it worked. I was like, all right, I'm explaining it to you.
Yeah.
Relay it to her. We're good.
Yeah. I'll walk out this door.
We're going to do this for a year. I was like, I'm not doing this for a year. We're not doing this.
Yeah, this is crazy.
I saw this clip from a podcast. It was of Adrienne Appalucci, and she was talking about that, about how in the solo session, she totally confessed that she was cheating. And then in the group thing, the therapist is like, yeah, maybe you two should have a baby. And she's like, hey,
What the fuck?
did you remember the thing I told you in the 101? Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, chill.
Holy fuck. Yeah, maybe she was trying to force the issue.
And she just I'm looking at it and she probably oh, this is a long-term customer. Yeah, let's get you guys locked in
Yeah, let's get
together.
you guys locked in.
Yeah.
The family would be cool. Family therapy, I think, would be tough because you are dealing with the family as a whole, not each person.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild.
I had to do it with they're my ex, but I still was just having trouble communicating with them, especially because they're girls. I'm a man, and they fucking yell, and they can't take that person. But the thing is, men, we yell to let you know, no, I fucking mean this. This is a non-negotiable. I'm yelling to get your attention. You know what I mean? And they're like, nah, you need to find another way.
Yeah. I tried the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried the polite suggestion.
Yeah. You don't hear it. You don't respond to it. You only respond to yelling.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm doing the courtesy of rattling my tail right now. Yeah, that's a never. You can't get by that. Be like, I've literally said this 500 times.
Yeah.
Now I'm yelling.
Yes.
I'm not just yelling because
Yeah.
I'm freaking out right now.
Oh yeah, and the funny thing is when you see them have it with other people. I remember once with my ex, watching her get into it with a police officer like that, and the same deal where it's just like, and he's fucking yelling at her and overpowering her, and she couldn't do that. Don't yell at me. Like,
Oh
no,
my
he's gonna
God.
fucking yell at you. You're wrong. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like,
Dude, oh my God.
The thing that spins this is what spins me out, dude. When I'm like, we'll be having a contentious discussion, and then she'll be like, yeah, just maximum attitude, and then her phone will ring, she's like, hey, and I'm like, you motherfucking psycho, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Talk to her like you talk to me.
yeah. Oh yeah.
It's just I just see red. I'm just kind of like,
Yeah.
just a
man.
telemarketer, like, oh, what, really? Okay. Fuck.
And yeah, you want to get back to it, and they can't.
Trapped
won't,
with a
they won't.
lunatic. Yeah.
The saddest is when you're like, I'm going for a walk, and then finally you're like, I'm gonna go back home. You just walk back, and you're like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Dude, yeah. Having to leave your own house.
Just talking to yourself
Yeah.
for like a half a mile. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. Just and like someone looking out the window, you just see you doing gestures and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
if I fucking did that, she'd fucking freak the fuck out.
Dude,
yeah.
I've been driving and having an argument, and it's like, this is dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Not even with her in the car, just by myself, realizing I'm completely not paying attention to the road.
Dude, I got in an argument on the highway one time with someone, and she just fucking jammed the brakes on the highway. Because it was like, fuck it. It's like, we just did like a I don't give a fuck thing. Like, I don't give a fuck, fuck. And she was like, drive as fast as you fucking, and just went, I was like, all right, you win. All right, I give a fuck. Terrifying.
We were talking about that the other day. Did you see that video of that hot chick that like undid her parasailing thing and just like
Yes.
jumped out?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that? Like, it was like some.
I was
weird-
saying I was to the highway thing. It's like I've seen hot chicks do that many times.
They'll get
Yeah.
suicidal real quick. Chicks
Yeah.
will they don't want to be alive.
Yeah,
None of them want to
buddy.
be alive.
Buddy, she's just like casually unbuckling all of the straps
Yeah.
and just lets herself out of the
Yeah,
fucking
just
seat.
And
dies.
just fell in the water.
It's
Yeah.
wild, man.
What?
Like it's like
Yeah.
she's not looking at anything. Like she's just like it's like a kid getting out of their car seat. You're just like, what the fuck are
Yeah.
you doing?
Just
Holy fuck.
picked a fight with a parasail. Fine.
Whatever. yeah, they're interesting.
Plummeting down.
How high up do you parasail?
I think she was like 150 feet or something.
Oh, you're toast.
Yeah.
You think that I always thought I was like, it's water. You just splash right in. It's like, did you hit it? It feels like fucking cement.
Yeah.
Even on did you ever go jet skiing before?
Yeah.
Dude, I fell off I like just jumped off the jet ski. My friend was driving it, and we like hit an actual ramp and going like 30 miles an hour. I was like, fuck this, I'm out. I jumped off. I'm like safely in the water. I skipped across.
Oh,
It
yeah.
felt like cement. It fucking
Yes.
hurt
Yeah.
so
Yeah, it
bad.
hurts so bad. I feel like a dude could make it though. You cover your balls and you pencil.
True.
A woman's gonna get her tits
You're
ripped
just
off.
spouting off fucking. yeah, their tits hit. Gives them a heart attack. You're just thinking about like geography facts in your head as you fall. There's just a vacuous free fall. I'm like, what was that? What's the capital of Tim? I didn't know a hot lady killed herself.
Yeah.
That's kind of rare, isn't it?
What, hot ladies killing
Kill themselves. Well, usually ladies don't. They try to commit suicide more than men, but they like
They're not
rarely.
good at it,
They don't
yeah.
succeed.
Yeah, yeah.
I swear to God, it's a fact.
They're not
Yeah.
good.
Women try to commit more, but they don't complete the act statistically.
Yeah.
Men commit less, but
That's
finish
why
off.
they try to commit suicide by man. They just drive you to kill them.
Yeah. And they want the sympathy of the attempt.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They're not in it for the
I
real.
took 6 extra strength Tylenol
Yeah.
in 4
Yeah.
hours.
Look what you did to me.
Yeah, I haven't. Luckily, I haven't been in like a psycho fight. You ever been like? When's the last time you were in like a fully psychotic 2-person meltdown? I haven't been in one for.
Like with a woman?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
My
literally the-
my oldest daughter's mother is like that, and that's why I had to get away from there. Like she always calling the cops, always. She she attacked me in the elevator while she was pregnant, like the same way you saw Jay-Z and Solange.
Yeah.
Like, and it was weird because she was pregnant. I didn't want anything to do with her when she was pregnant, and even that one was like. her second pregnancy of that year. On some like
Whoa.
we had just kind of got rid of one 9 months ago, and now
Damn.
you're like, you did this on purpose. You know what I mean? So it's like, all
Yeah.
right, look, I don't want anything to do with this. And I remember she showed up to my job. Like, it was in college, so I had like a work study job. She showed up to my job to like pick a fight with me. She like throwing fucking cans of ginger ale like in an office. You know what I mean?
fuck.
And like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get out of here, and I try to get in the elevator. She finagles her way in the elevator with me, and it was that. I never forget, like I'm deflecting all of the punches and everything that she's throwing.
That should be like a thing that comes out of like couples therapy. Is you should be able to prescribe your girl like an electric fence. Like, there's just certain rooms in the house they can't
Right.
go into.
Yeah.
But I'll never forget.
What are you doing?
I'll never forget.
That's
I
insane.
knew that day in the elevator that I had to get away from this woman, even though she was pregnant, because like she was trying to get me to hit her back.
Yeah.
I was like, "You're pregnant. I'm not going to hit you." You know what I mean?
But it's
like,
also
stop.
nice. Like, you're pregnant. I'm not going to beat your ass.
Right, right. But when she couldn't get me to hit her, she gave me one of these.
Yeah.
And I was like,
You beat the game.
"Oh yeah, like you want out.
Yeah.
You want me to do this to you. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?"
yeah.
And I'm like, "Nah, yeah."
I
What's
feel
your
like-
job say? What's your job say?
Dude, we both ended up on academic probation before. We had to go before a hearing at the college and everything like that. Like, it was bad. And it was just on some, like, this is not normal college kid behavior. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah.
I shouldn't be, like, how out of, I went to University of Pittsburgh, 40,000 students. You know what I mean? And to link up with the crazy basket case is like, what the fuck, dude? You really know how to pick them, you know?
You should be able. You got to start carrying around like that spray can that like soccer refs use to like make the line. You know
They
what I
won't
mean?
respect
You should
the
do it,
line.
Like in the elevator, you got to be like, "Tss."
Yeah.
You got to be
No,
on
they're
that
not
side
respecting
of
the
it.
line.
Yeah.
They'll cross that line right
then
away.
it's a foul.
Yeah.
True. Yeah,
And you're like just fucking.
the escalate. I've been hit by
Crushed
women
them.
before, and it's like the escalation of like, it's like, dude, I'm not. Also, it doesn't hurt at all. It's like, all right, you can do
Yeah,
this. I'm
yeah.
not going to spaz. And try
It's
to push you back.
annoying. Yo,
It is annoying.
But I remember there was another one. I came home, and I don't remember what we got into this fight about. I just remember she got upset and she said that she was like leaving. I remember going in the bedroom and closing the door. Like she's out there fussing, and she wanted to fight. So she goes into the closet, and I have like a little toolbox there, and she gets a hammer, turns it around, and she comes through the fucking bedroom door.
Shining, bro.
Yeah, like she's so we're losing our deposit. Right?
I thought you're still rational.
No, you have to. You're because you're fighting everything to be like, this is licensed to kill at this
Right,
point. Is it
right,
not?
right,
Someone's
right.
putting a hammer through my fucking bedroom door.
So,
I can't
dude,
kill this person.
And I lie to you not.
You got to be like, well, we're losing our deposit. Well, there goes that money.
Right. And when she finally got in the room, I never.
Oh, great. The carpet's fine.
You've soiled the carpet, lady. But she's pregnant at the time. But she like when she finally makes it through the room, she's just standing there like, she's all fucking exhausted, and I'm sitting on the bed like same way I'm sitting here, and I'm just like, now what? Right? And then she just goes, fuck you, I'm leaving. And she just gets a bag and she just starts packing. All right, fine, you're leaving, right?
Yeah.
So I get out of the way. You go pack, I go into the kitchen, and I'm in the kitchen, and her and her friend, they had made spaghetti and stuff like that. So there's like spaghetti and I'm like, all right, well, I'm just start cleaning, you know what I mean? Until she's out of here. And I'm throwing the food away.
Cleaning at a girl is assault, by the way.
Oh, you left your dishes in the sink.
She comes into the kitchen, and now she's harassing me about the spaghetti that I just threw away. And I'm like, I thought you were leaving. Like, you just said you were packing up and you were leaving. I didn't know you were going to eat the spaghetti. Like, I'm fucking throwing it away, right? So boom,
that's,
she goes
that's
off.
so funny. You wasted that.
Right.
Spaghetti judo.
So she's attacking me in the kitchen. And again, I don't want to hit her.
Yeah.
So I grab the dish towel, not the wet that you wash. Yeah. And I exactly rat toweled her, right on the forehead, and it's And it's
That's self-defense.
exactly, but it's such a reset. I'm talking about like it makes a motherfucker stop right there, and then did you just hit me? I'm calling the cops.
Technically, no.
Exactly. So she calls the cops.
I hazed you a little. That's just locker room stuff.
And when the cops come and she's running this, he hit me, put his hands on me, I'm pregnant, I want him to go to jail. And thank God the cop was actually able to be logical and go like, ma'am, he's a pretty big guy. And I was bigger back then. He was like, he's a pretty big guy. If he'd have hit you, there'd be some sort of mark or something. And I told him it was with the dish towel. Like I rat towel.
she's got like the,
to get
the
her
Harry Potter scar.
Levilia retractus, right?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. And I know the cop, he was like, look, man, you're using your pregnancy to hide behind something. And so I'm not going to, but you two need to separate. If I have to come back to this house again, you both going to jail and you're going to have that baby in jail. Because she was like, she was late in the pregnancy, right? So, and then I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll leave. I left. I had a landscaping job that I was responsible and I had a key. I remember going down to the landscaping place and just sleeping on a couch until work in the morning. And she was pissed about that. Where did you go? What bitch did you go sleep with? And I'm just like, yeah, you're a fucking psycho.
Yeah,
I mean, it
mowing
rules
lawns.
that the cop did that, but he's definitely bringing his own baggage to the situation. He's like, listen, lady.
Yeah.
Thank God he had
I've
that.
seen this a million times.
Dude,
Thank-
that's kind of their job to suss that stuff out, because I knew someone who was like same deal, same exact deal. Wife was, or the girls was beating him up, hitting him, trying to like egg him on. And the cops came and they were like, they sat him down. We're like, bro, like I've seen this 1,000 times. Get the fuck out of here right now. This lady's gonna fucking drag you down. She's on a mission.
Yeah.
I've heard about. They'll come out because I'm sure they go up and see the real thing and they're like, oh Jesus Christ.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, and that's dude. It's so true. If a dude hits a lady, it's gonna be very obvious.
Yeah.
Like, all right, let's wait 5 minutes. There's gonna be a monster bruise. So the dish towel, dude. Did you get any good ones?
Oh yeah, because it was still damp. It was like the right. It wasn't wet, but it was just damp enough that it gives a nice crack. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
And that was so accurate, like right on the forehead, just whack. Girls are already bad at blocking to begin with.
Yeah, it's not great.
If you miss on the forehead, you're seconds from disaster by hitting the eyes. You can't hit the eyes.
Exactly.
I mean, dude, I don't know. 'Cause it's it is crazy, man. Trying to attack me like that it's uncalled for.
The attack. That's what I'm saying. You need the spray.
Spray would be nice.
It should be a legal thing. Every dude has a spray.
Girl mace.
No, just spray the line.
Right. It's
It's
just
like,
something
you're not
that
gonna
they
cross
can't-
this line.
This is something that smells bad.
Yeah.
Even like sandalwood. And like, ew, I don't like that.
Yeah.
It's like spray is just a fun time.
It's like catnip. They're just happy all of a sudden.
Yeah, when they attack, they also kind of have the Mario star their whole life. Because they're like not getting, if you don't like, they'll attack you because it's like no one's ever for real rung their bell.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Well,
hopefully
see,
not.
Yeah.
here's the one thing that
Hopefully no one's
Here's
ever
the
rung
one
their
thing,
bell.
and I don't know, maybe trashier white people have this, but like black people, we do have this. Cousins and sisters who already don't like this bitch to begin with. So they're like, yo, just let me know.
We'll
Give
fight.
me a reason because I never liked her and I want to fight her. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So they'll come and fight her on your behalf.
You got to recruit. Yeah, you got to recruit female
It is
cousins
that
to beat
like
her up.
Game of Thrones where someone fights in your stead.
Yeah, you're champion. You pick a champion.
Yeah.
Your sister becomes your champion.
Yeah. Reggie Conquest had a skit like that. I think on Michael Che's show, where it was like an app where you could order a girl to come and fight for you.
girl.
Like if you get into something with a girl in public, hold on, and you order like a
Yeah,
Uber.
instead of champion in. That's so fucking funny. That would change relationships entirely. It's be like, dude, keep fucking around. My cousin's gonna beat your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My aunt Peaches was like that to my.
Oh yeah,
my
Peaches.
mom.
Oh yeah, Peaches.
Yeah.
Peaches is already. You need to say no more. I have an aunt Peaches also. Yeah,
Yeah, my aunt Peaches was 31-6.
Peaches.
Yeah,
It
dude.
is.
Yeah, she threw a brick window through my mom, or a brick through my mom's car window. She was
Whoa.
like being mean, and my grandma. They're being mean to my mom together.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I agree.
That is their move too. Yeah, that same baby mom, she threw bricks through my window,
Yeah.
like through my apartment. It was bad, man.
Damn.
Bad. All while she was pregnant. Very tumultuous pregnancy.
Yeah.
It was a very, very wild and expensive 40 weeks.
Yeah. Insurance company's like, all right, what's going on here?
That's the worst too. Almost like you were saying in those fights when you're just like, people don't do this.
Yeah.
Right?
Nobody's doing this.
Because that's the thing when you're fighting with a girl
We're
in
bad
any
tenants
way, shape,
now.
or form, they don't have. They don't follow any rules of engagement. There's no code of contact, no code of conduct.
We're like British dudes in a neat line. Like, stand back. Hey, out from behind that tree. This is distasteful. They're just hitting you with psychological. You're like, damn, what the fuck? Yeah, thank God. I've. It's like it really is, in my experience, fully up to the dude to just learn how to just be like, okay. And just completely just let it go.
The scariest thing for me as I got older was realizing I walked down that track. Because like, as I went through that with her, I realized I was attracted to her because she was just like my mom. And this is how my dad handled my mom also. Like, all right. Well, he'll find out when he's old enough who I am. You know what I mean? But like, I'm not.
It's also like you hit the point where you're like, man, that girl was crazy. And then like 10 years go by and you're like, God dang, I did that again. Fuck, this might be a me issue. All those girls are crazy, and you go, shit.
Yeah. Maybe I drive them insane with my lack of love.
That could be true, but you knew that going into it. That is the weird thing, man. Like they see, like, you're so independent. You're so, let me love you. And it's like, all right, but this is as open as I get. You know what I mean? Like that's it.
Yeah, my wife, she complains. She's like, you just love to be by yourself. And it's like, I do. I love it a lot. And she recently hit me out of like nowhere. She was like, what do you think what do you think our lives would be like if we got separated? I was like, my life would be awesome. I was like, your life would suck. I wasn't trying to be a dick. I was just being honest. I was like, dude, you have 2 kids. I'm like, it's totally different.
You have 2 kids.
I was like, I do too.
You have 2 kids. I'm just a guy out in the world having a great time.
I was like, I have them too, but it's viewed differently.
Right.
I was like, girls don't care if a guy has kids, really, but dudes do. I was like, I would have the sickest. And she was like, all right, that's enough. That's enough. I was like, we're never going to separate, but just know it'd be a fucking party.
Yeah.
Dude.
I was like, we're together forever, but just so you know, my life would be sick. I haven't flipped my hat backwards. I'm like, dude, it'd be so
50 years old with your hat backwards. Having a great time.
Just nonstop pool parties.
nonstop.
Yeah, I've always said that. Like, if you go through a nasty breakup, whoever's life gets better first, they were right.
Yeah, true.
They were right.
It's true. That's so true.
Very true.
Dang, I didn't even think about that. But yeah, I don't have an Emmy, man. Thank God I've turned the corner where I just go, all right, man. Yeah. I always was like, I'll never. Now I'm like, yeah, fuck. It's kicking the waves in the ocean. It's like they're gonna keep coming, man. Yeah. You can't be like, I'm stopping them. Like,
100%.
Good fucking luck.
You got to just enjoy the waves. It is. You get deep enough into a relationship, all the woo woo bullshit. You were like, that's crap. You're like, there's actually something to that.
Yeah.
There's actually really something to changing your mindset.
Yeah, even now, my
meditating.
wife.
Yeah.
My wife, I love my wife. She's cool, but she does this thing that I like to call Spider-Manning, where it's just like you move from one disaster to the next. It's like you'll be fussing and complaining about something, and they'll be like, okay, I get it. Get that off your chest. And then she'll just walk in the house and I'm like, fuck, there's fucking ants. And you're like, yeah, dude, you take a minute and calm down. Before you just find another disaster to be like, that's why you're so fucking worked up all day.
Yeah, they do. They do like problems. I have the ant problem right now. Our windows got broken from a hailstorm. It's like, there's little tiny bugs. They're not ants. They're like little beetles. And I walk in, I'm like, these are ants. They're sugar ants. She's like, why are they so small? I'm like, those are tiny ants.
Right. And they're like, wait
fine.
a
There's
minute.
4 tiny ants. We're fine.
And then you
Everything's
realize,
okay.
like, wait, since I've been gone, have you just been here looking at the ants the whole time? Go to another room. Like, I'll fix it later. Go do something.
I've been kidding. She was just
Just
spraying them
offended
with
by their
Lysol.
size. This is unbelievably small.
She's like, they're not ants. I was like, they're definitely ants. They're like little beetles. Those are ants.
Like, yeah, now this is a fight between me and you
I know.
over beetles or ants. And you're like, how are you doing
I've
this?
also started because I used to get I would get so whacked out if I was like around like a woman I was with who was if they were upset I would just get spun out. I'd be like, oh fuck, what's going on? And then now I'm able to be like, all right, let's give this about 2 hours. This will peter out.
That's powerful.
I'm not perfect in this. I've just
Yeah.
learned how to be like, this happens, everything's fine.
Yeah.
She's freaking out. It's genuinely not a big deal.
That's a big I want to be alone trigger for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Someone else just cranky. You're like, I was fine.
Yeah.
Now I'm cranky.
Yeah.
If I was alone, I'd be fine.
Your stupid vibration is rubbing me down.
I have a theory that you gotta find an enemy for your wife or girlfriend. You gotta like get them into something like the news. Politics is
Right.
great. Get them into like politics. Get them into like whatever, however they go. CNN, Fox, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And just have them be like, "Can you believe what?" And be like, "Yes, yes,
A scapegoat.
yes." Literally, you need a scapegoat. The Jews. Whatever you got to do to get her fucking chilling.
Yeah, I just can't get mine to do anything on her own. Like there's stuff that she like wants to do. She's like, oh, I think I should take a kickboxing class. You should.
Yeah, do it
go.
right now.
There's classes here and there. Will you go with me? No, I don't. You do it. You know what I mean? Like go fucking fight people and make friends. Like she's like, yeah, and then she'll just like never do it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And you're like, oh well, that sucks.
Devastating.
Yeah, man.
Because then they're there with you again.
Yeah, I don't know.
The whole point of you going to kickboxing was that I wouldn't be there. That was the point.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I run, she runs with me sometimes, but she'll only run with me. And then she'll be like, hey, there's this like Latina run group. And I'm like, okay, the last thing you want to do is put me in a group with a bunch of hot Latinas that run regularly.
Yeah.
Like, why do you think that this is you go, but don't put me involved in this? This is going to be a problem.
Man, my mile's much slower when I run with some Latinas.
It's in the back. Chugging along, walking.
Right.
No, I think I'm cramping up or something. I'm just going to do a light jog in the back here.
Yeah, that's. I got roped in when I was at the resort. I was sitting there. I just played football, and she's like, "They're doing water Zumba. Will you do it with me?" I was like, "Yeah, for sure." I got in there. I just hid behind her the whole time. Just put my head in the pool. I was like, I'm not fucking doing this shit. They're doing a dance move where they have to turn around. And I would just fucking turn over there. I just stood behind her in the pool. It was just like,
I love how you treated her like a 4-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm right behind you, honey. yeah, I'm right here. You need something?
she would spin around and be like, whoop, and I would just turn around. It was so funny. She
Holy
picked up on it very
fuck.
quickly, and I wasn't doing any of it.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, water Zumba, it was so funny. It was just the only gay Mexican guy at the resort, just doing it. And the moves were so crazy. I was like, dude, I literally can't do this in public.
Dude.
Like running your fingers down your own body. I was like, oh man, I'm not doing that. Like, I can't do this.
Even trying to get me to do an activity at a resort. I would spaz.
I like
Flag
the
football I could do.
Yeah.
Soccer I could get down.
Yeah.
But water wings or whatever.
What's water wings?
Whatever. I don't know. Is that what you were doing? Zoom? Is that where you have like
Zoom,
styrofoam?
You don't
weights?
have styrofoam. If I had the styrofoam wings, I might have signed up. But you know what I like? They do name that song where everyone will be in a pool and they just blast songs. First one to name it wins. That's
Pretty
fun.
good. You get to drink while doing that?
Yeah, just
No,
drinking
there
all
you go.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But you have to be in the pool to guess.
you can sit out. You can sit in a chair if you want. If you want to be a fucking diva, sit in the cabana.
That should be the rules. You got to be in the pool.
True.
If someone from a chair guessed it, I would be like, "Fuck that guy."
Oh,
Get
yeah,
him
it
out.
doesn't count.
One, because the guy who's not in the pool, he's saying something. It's like, I don't want to be in there with you guys. That's
Yeah.
disgusting. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I get it, because I get skeeved out. Like now, I'm skeeved out by indoor water parks or
Yes.
anything. I cannot do it. You know what I mean? And any kind of pool situation where people just come up and just put their feet in, you just want to look at that person like, fuck you, dude. What the fuck is
Get
that?
in.
Dude?
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
Put your feet in here
Yes.
with us. That's weird.
I was at an indoor water park recently and I shut down. Some kids were doing the thing like my friends waiting in line. I was just like, tough. You guys aren't going past me.
No.
Just iron wall, just being like, that sucks for you guys. Tell them to come back here with you guys. And they're like, he's up in the front. I'm like, doesn't work like that, bro.
Yeah.
The fuck back. There's a bunch of chubby 12-year-olds. I'm like, yo, the buck stops here, boys. Yeah, the fuck to the back. It was pissing me off, dude. I was just like, no, man, I'm not doing this. It'd be like one kid, and then there'd be like 6 kids would come, and I'm like, nah, man, get the fuck out of here. Turn around.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that does feel like it triggers like a memory. It's like I was a kid and this happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Like other kids cut me and there was nothing I could do.
It's also like
about
I
it.
peeled
now
off.
I'm a man.
Yeah. And it's like I peeled off away from my family to wait 25 minutes in line for a water slide. My wife's furious right now.
Yeah.
You guys aren't setting me back. Get the fuck back there, dude.
Yeah, man.
I'm already fighting about this. I'm not waiting for you guys.
That'd be so sick if you explained the whole situation. Listen, kids.
Oh, I love
My wife's furious.
I love watching adults
I gotta
melt
get
down
down
that way.
this slide and back.
Start running down the children what their issues are.
I had a cop do that to me one time. I got pulled over on a suspended license, and he was like, I was like, dude, come on, man. I'm in my boss's car. Is this really what you want to do? And he was like, dude, everybody hates me. He's like, the people at my work hate me. Everyone I pull over hates me. He's like, my life fucking sucks. And I was like, all right, fuck, sorry. Man.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it does suck, I guess. My bad.
How much is the ticket?
Yeah. I was like, can I just call my boss so he can get his own truck? And he's like, if he makes it here in 30 minutes, I was like, all right.
Damn. Did he do it?
He was pissed. I called him. I was like, I've been on a suspended license this whole time. Can you come get your car? I was in traffic court, and we were just all in a long line, just like specifically for suspended licenses. And this guy comes up. There's like a line. He walks up to the front, and he's like, I was here yesterday. Mine was a license that got suspended, but it wasn't supposed to. And everyone was just like, yeah, bro, that's everybody here feels that way. Fucking get in the back of the line.
She's like, I got a quick one.
I had a quick one. It was all a mistake. Turns out I'm not supposed to be suspended. It was bullshit.
Those places are insane, and they're making them harder. DMVs
Really?
and all that shit. So I still do stuff. I still have like a PA ID, and I did a show in PA, so I tried to get the real ID.
Yeah.
While I was there, didn't get it. But checking in, the line, like I got there at 8:30 in the morning when it opened, and I gave it the whole day. I didn't have anything lined up until the night, but there's a line already at 8:30 because the woman who, like, you know, tells you where to go, but you ask the information lady as soon as you walk in.
She was blind and retarded?
Might as well be. Pretty close. She was mute.
Oh, no.
She was mute, and she had a stack of laminated cards with responses written on them to almost every question you could ask her.
Whoa.
And she would sort through them and slide across the desk the answer to whatever you say. And you go like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Can we just give her a salary and just let her
Right, like, why does she, there's no permanent disability for this?
That's crazy.
It's basically a robot.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a touchscreen.
Right. And it went, dude, I'm not lying. I get there and I have all of my documents, but my documents were in my phone. And when I go to show her like my proof of residency, she hands me one that says, no, all documents must be printed out. I'm like,
Let's rip the card up.
Dude, I remember trying to get
I go, is there a printer here? And she doesn't have a response for that one.
You jammed her up.
Yeah, she fucking had to get a piece of paper and a marker and write down instructions on where to go to FedEx to use a copy. And I'm like mad because I'm adding to the weight. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
triggered one of her new responses.
That just forms cancer cells in your body when you wait at a DMV. Like, oh, you got to. It's like we need a check for, and you're just like, fuck. You get so. There's nothing you can do.
yeah. And like in Philly, it is just all black Muslim women running the DMV now. Just nothing but women in Kimars.
Yeah.
Even like the security guard, which I've never seen this in my life. A Muslim woman with a gun on her hip.
Damn.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a very Philadelphia thing right there.
Yeah, true. Should be the new Sixers logo.
Was she?
Oh, shit.
Damn. Was her belt like outside of her?
So she had the Kimar, and then
okay.
she had the security outfit on top of it. So the Kimar just kind of goes into the collared shirt.
All right.
But it's still a gun on the hip of a Muslim woman, which you're like, that's such a
Stinger missile on her
oxymoron.
back.
Like Johnny 5.
Yeah, that is. I didn't know the DMV. I always would drive to like Delaware County to go to the DMV because I go to Philly and it would just be already packed. I'm like, I'm just gonna drive 30 minutes instead and just go to that one.
Man.
But
Yeah, I should have done that. I didn't.
that was always my move. I would just drive out to the suburbs. I'm like, I'm not doing this, man.
I thought I would be fine because I went to the one downtown on a Saturday.
Yeah.
I got there early, and then when I came back after going to FedEx, they're like trying to tighten up the line because now the line is like outside the building and around the corner. And now the guy makes the announcement. He goes, "If you're here for a same day ID, this location does not do same day. You need to go to Ogons Avenue, Island Avenue." And I'm like, "Wow." Yeah, I've already been here for 4 hours. Oh, all right, let's go. And I went to another DMV and got in line over there, and it was like, holy shit, what a day.
God damn. The worst is when I remember trying to get the real ID, and I went with my current driver's license and a passport, and they were like, and my fucking birth certificate or whatever, and they were like, you need pieces of mail.
Yeah, that's exactly what
You
happened
just
to
had
me.
to send mail to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's on a fucking cable bill now.
Yeah,
it's
this is
like-
exactly what happened to me. Once I got to the second location, even with my ID, my passport, and my proof of residency, I had a bill. He goes, "Yeah, but you need the social security card." And I'm like,
Fuck.
Oh, all my names are different too on each.
This is where, in my opinion, girls come super in handy because my wife hit me like pre-pandemic. I want to say she was like, "We need real IDs," and I was like, "What? You shut the fuck. We don't need real IDs." And she got them like the first day. I was like, It's not for like 5 years."
Yeah.
Dude, thank God. She had all my social security card, my birth certificate, she has all that stuff like locked away for me. I was like, I don't even know where my shit is. She's like, I have it all here. And I was like, right on.
Yeah, that's good.
She did my divorce papers for me. She went on LegalZoom and she printed out. She's like, sign here. Very organized. I will say
That's
that.
it is huge.
It's amazing. It's
Yeah.
actually, I would completely fall apart without her doing all that stuff.
I thought that you were going to say that they help you negotiate with the DMV ladies.
No,
It's funny that like having a
where
wife is like a license. It's like
she
another
demands
document.
too much from them, honestly. She'll be like,
Yeah.
what's his problem? I'm like, he works in a fucking DMV. That's his problem. His soul's been crushed. He's dead. He's completely dead. It'll be like a dead-eyed DMV employee. She's like, I don't know what his problem is. I'm like, just shut the fuck up, dude. Can we please get this thing and get out of here?
He's sitting in the problem.
Yeah, he's dying. He's dying before our eyes. He's like literally like a character in a fucking Kafka novel. And you want him to say hello to you?
Turning into a bug.
Slowly metamorphosizing. Yeah, that's the one where I'd be like, she'll check like Walmart cashiers in like the South Philly Walmart. Will be like, how are you doing today? It's just like an 18-year-old chick.
Yeah.
With like her name tattooed on her forehead, and I'm like, bro, shut up.
Yeah. You don't want to
No,
know.
is this customer service? I'm like, shut the fuck up. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. My day's going well. How's yours? I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Contain this interaction.
We're buying like skewers for a fucking shrimp for like a shrimp barbecue thing. I'm like, dude, please shut the fuck up.
and they're just in here. Yeah, the girls are getting different down there too. I overheard this conversation at a 7-Eleven in Philly. 2 girls getting Slurpees, right? Girls.
Okay.
Girls. One girl went to put the straw in her Slurpee, and it was like, this one size straw. And she's like, damn, this joint long as shit. And the other girl was like, pause.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. They hit a pause on her?
Yeah. But I mean, that's due, right? That's on brand. Were we talking about that on your podcast? Like how girls have started calling each other bro? Okay,
Yeah.
that's a big thing now. They talk just like the dudes.
They've been trying to they've been trying to copy our swag for a while, dude. Girls have
But Jeopardy keeps him in check.
and
They can do all they
girl.
want.
They're going soft girl now. It's totally different. The soft girl movement has completely rescued them from the girl boss hell.
Yeah.
I always said that too, man. I would like really pay attention when I would see like the middle of January in Philly. I would watch the girls like walk to work and to see them like just freezing, and I'm like, you really wanted this?
Yeah.
This is what the fuck you wanted?
That's why I used to feel watching like hot girls be mad they couldn't find a seat on a train in the morning. I'm like, yeah, dude. Like,
Oh yeah, that's
why
a
are you
good.
doing
What are you
this?
doing?
That's nice. Yeah.
It's like, you don't have to do this. This is crazy.
Yeah.
It's like being in jail and someone being like, I figured I'd check it out. It's like, get out.
Yeah.
You don't have to do this.
It's pure hell.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
What did you think it was gonna be?
I feel the same way about my ex when we separated. I'm like, hey, you wanted to be head of the household. This is it, man. Like, I'll be like talking to my daughter on the phone, and I hear her in the back screaming about shit. I'm like, yeah. Remember when I was a maniac and just yelling all the time? That's what it does to you.
And every day you're not driving me crazy. I just look better and better and better and better.
Right. I don't have the same responsibilities that you do anymore.
Yeah.
So enjoy.
Yeah.
Just get to talk to my daughter from afar and go, told you she was
And send.
So it's pretty chill over here. You know, just come chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, we did it, dude. We made an hour, dude. Thank you guys again. That's
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
You guys really shouldered the load. I'm still suffering from a headache.
Oh,
just
dude.
quietly suffering the whole time. Just not the only time I forgot my headache when I was able to talk shit on girls, it would just fall away. And I'm like, yeah, and another fucking thing. That's fucking. Well, thank you guys. Appreciate you.
Yeah, no doubt. Thanks for having us.
Oh, man.